Well, that didn't go according to plan. The Astros find themselves in a 0-1 hole in the ALCS. They take Framber Valdez to the mound tomorrow, and the offense hopes to show up. We'll talk about Jose Altuve's base running blunder, how Jordan Montgomery locked up these hitters, and what the Astros need to do to respond to even up the series before they go back to Arlington on this ALCS edition of Locked On Astros.
Welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chancey.
We are Locked On Houston Astros, and we hope that you join us for a daily Locked On Astros podcast. My name is Eric Huysman. You can find me on Twitter at Eric Talks Stros. Find the show at Locked On Astros, your team every day, even after a loss. Brett, where can you find you at tonight?
They can find me at H-Town Wheelhouse on Instagram, on X, and on TikTok. They can find me at Stros411 on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. Always positive. I still love the Astros no matter what they do. Always Stros.
Guys, I know tickets are kind of hard to get right now, and it's I know Brett actually used the Game Time app to get to today's game, and he got tickets that are actually cheaper than like a few days ago than you waited till today. But guys, if you're trying to get tickets to the tomorrow's game, Game 2 of the ALCS, go and check out the Game Time app. And today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day, whether it's on YouTube. Go and give us a thumbs up. Go and give us a like. Go and make us one of the most subscribed to Locked On MLB podcast out there. Just go and tell your friends and just go and pass the word around and go and become an everydayer. Somebody that listens to our podcast every day and make us your first listen on Apple, Odyssey, Spotify. Wherever you listen to your podcast, go and check out the Locked On Astros podcast. And yeah, this was one of those games that was kind of like, all right, is this for real? Just when you think you have some momentum going, Jose Altuve kind of run. You have a Aroldis Chapman, the guy that the Astros own. You have him up there with Alex Bregman up there, and he hits a deep drive, and Evan Carter makes this unbelievable catch. And then Jose Altuve forgets or doesn't touch the base. And yeah, that was frustrating. But it wasn't, I'm not going to blame this game on Justin Verlander. Yes, he gets the loss in this game, but he only allowed 2 runs. You have to score runs to win a game. And the Astros offense did not do that. Jordan Montgomery, he went out there and pitched his butt off. So did Justin Verlander. One of the teams just scored 2 more runs than the other team. And the team that scores more runs is always going to win, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, look, it just came down to X's and O's in this game. It just came down to who was going to, break through with a run. And that one run early, you didn't think was insurmountable, even when it's 2-0. That's not an insurmountable lead. Right. And you had kind of touched on Chapman. I want to touch on that a little bit later because I just want to talk about these at bats. I was going back looking at the at bat app, the MLB at bat app, and I was looking at my MLB press box stat page, and I was just looking. I looked at that first strikeout by Yordan Alvarez, and he was not the Yordan Alvarez that is the guy that is patient in the box and swings. There was one pitch that he literally took, was standing there, had no intentions of swinging whatsoever, but it was the only ball that he really saw in the zone. And it was very hittable. They watched a lot of first pitch. I know they were sinkers, but they were in the zone. And so you wonder what they were sitting on with Jordan Montgomery, but they used the term off balance, and he just did a hell of a job keeping these hitters off balance. It was just one of those games. I mean, you got to tip your hat to the Rangers. They've got a 21-year-old stud rookie. This kid out there in left field, Evan Carter, phenomenal job. He actually said after the game that he spoke with Robbie Grossman about playing there, and Robbie Grossman gave him some tips how to play that portion of the outfield. And gosh dang it, it came to fruition. And
The
but
curse
what
of
do you
Robbie Grossman.
yeah, the curse. Oh yeah, I don't want to start something new. But look, someone mentioned it earlier, a wasted Justin Verlander start. You know, Justin Verlander, there were fans in the stands saying, "Oh, he's no good. He's no good in the playoffs." And I'm like, he's only given up 2 runs. Like, now he didn't record a strikeout till like the 4th or 5th inning. He got them to ground into a double play, which that's like his 4th double play in 2 playoff games, which is pretty phenomenal because he only had 2 all season. The offense just is a ghost of itself right now. Like, I mean, Kyle Tucker he's batting 111.
Right.
You know, when you have Maldonado up in the 5th inning, bases loaded, and he strikes out. I mean, you had chances. But
3
again,
straight hits, and
yeah,
just
I mean, we had the opportunities, and we were getting guys on base with 2 outs. And it just, look, baseball is going to baseball. And if you guys watch as much as we do, and you followed baseball as long as we have, you know that baseball is prone to break your heart. You are prone to fail, and fail multiple times. This team has been down by a shutout in the 2019 ALCS, where they came back and beat the Yankees. And then in the 2022 World Series, I know this isn't the same team, but they were shut out by the Phillies at home in the 2022 World Series. So this isn't uncharted territory for the Astros.
this game is Justin Verlander. We're seeing a whole different Justin Verlander. Yes, he gave up the 2 runs, but he went out there and he said after the game, he said, "Guys, this is a good team. The Rangers have a good lineup." He said the problem that presents is that this lineup is so deep that you can't focus on a pocket of hitters and say, if I don't let them beat me, I'll be good. Every one of their guys has the opportunity to beat you. You got to be on your game 1 through 9. And so that's what Justin Verlander said about the Rangers. He says that they have a deep lineup. The Astros have a deep lineup too. Maybe Martin Maldonado is the lone weakness, even though he got the first hit of the game. He had a hit, or did he walk? I forgot. It was so long ago.
No, he did not.
So
No, he did
depressing.
not have a hit, Eric. No, he had a
No,
big strike. He had a walk.
yeah, he had to walk.
And
He
a massive strikeout when bases were loaded. Yeah, that was amazing.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It just I guess I was just like, I know it was
Well,
a
and
Frazier
look,
first hit. That's right.
and the problem with Diaz pinch hitting in the 7th, he hasn't had hardly any at bats. It's almost like he's set up for failure, because he doesn't have a ton of experience in these
Right.
situations. And that's why a lot of people were calling for him to have more at bats, so that when he comes to times like this,
0 for
that
7.
he doesn't look so overwhelmed and so out of place. I mean, he just did. I mean, I don't know. That's why I question some of the roster moves in the ALCS. You know, Jake Myers has experience in the flipping playoffs. I'm sorry, John Singleton does not. And that's neither here nor there, him or Greg Kessinger. But tonight, Mauricio Dubon put the bat on the ball. They were hitting the ball, but they were just hitting them right to people.
Line drives everywhere.
And
It was like
they
hurricane
were
balls. Yeah.
Yeah, and you move that ball 6 feet to the left, Alex Bregman, he ties the ball game. It's 2-2. And so look, you hate to go out like this. I don't anticipate Yordan Alvarez having another game like this. But listen, if you're going to go to the game, you might as well get the Game Time app. I promise you won't go wrong. I absolutely loved it. I used it to get my ticket to Game 1 of the ALCS. And they have great last-minute tickets, flash deals. If you decide tomorrow at lunch that you want to go to the Astros game, get in your car, go to the stadium, park, get there early enough so you can park cheap and kind of close, and then go to the Game Time app. And you don't have to worry about how much you pay for parking, because your ticket will be at a really good price. They're easy to find. You can buy these tickets, and it's not just baseball. It's football, it's basketball, it's plays, it's any kind of entertainment you can think of, concerts, comedy shows. And what's great is they show you the view from your seat, so you know what you're buying. You know exactly what you're getting. All in prices show your total up front, so you know what you're getting. You know the great deal that you're getting. And they have deals right up to when you walk. You can literally be walking up to Minute Maid Park and buying your ticket. Zone deals are great. And if you find the same location, like same row, same section, and a cheaper price on a different site, they'll credit you 110% the difference and put that in your account so you can go get more tickets. So download the Game Time app today, create an account, and use the code Locked On. That way you can get $20 off your first purchase. And make sure that you create the account Locked On MLB, LOCKED on MLB. Download it today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed.
Yes, and definitely catch the play-by-play action on SiriusXM, like we talked about earlier. 3:37 start time tomorrow. Just download the app, SiriusXM, SXM, and search Astros. So I want to talk about a couple of big plays in today's game. I know that one of them was Alvarez. We all know Alvarez as the big clutch guy, the guy that hit 4 home runs and like matter of 3 games in the ALDS, something like that. But this guy is clutch. This guy is Mr. Playoffs. And it just seems like whenever it's a big situation, he comes up. So in the 3rd inning, you had runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 outs, and the Rangers were up 1-0 at the time. And so Martin Maldonado had walked. Bregman had put him at 1st and 2nd. And then he battled Montgomery for like 7 pitches. And then he went ahead and swung and missed, and it wasn't even close. And it was kind of one of those rare misses where he looked bad. And so maybe Jordan Montgomery is that one lefty that Alvarez is going to struggle against, and he looked bad in his other bat against Montgomery too. And we've seen Tucker throughout the playoffs this year kind of struggle as well. So that was a big at bat. I know a lot of people are going to say that Martin Maldonado in the 4th inning, bases loaded, 2 outs. He came up and he got the outs, but he struck out on 93.9 miles per hour fastball. But as Dusty Baker and Martin Maldonado would say, he's not paid to hit the ball. He's paid to catch the ball and guide.
That is such a dude. Because that is hogwash. You are paid to hit. You are paid to hit when you get up to the plate. You're not a pitcher in the National League. You don't look. But here's the thing, though, Eric. I can't even get mad at Maldonado. Tucker was 0 for 4. Tucker looked feeble at the plate. You've got to give credit to Jordan Montgomery. He absolutely mixed his pitches and kept these hitters off balance. Again, this is not uncharted territory. This is not new to us. The Rangers had their day. They looked great out there. Their offense didn't exactly explode. They scored 2 runs, but this is my fear. If you get the Rangers in a low-scoring game and you fail to counterpunch that and go in front of them and win the game 3-2, are you going to be able to keep this offense at bay the rest of the series? That is the danger with this Rangers offense. It is very potent. It is very powerful. What I would like for the Astros to do, and I don't care if it's a 3-2, I don't care if it's a 1-0 win, we need to keep them off the board. Don't give them more than a couple runs, but you got to come out and score. I am absolutely, and this is weird, I'm comfortable with the Astros going to Arlington and getting a 1-1 split because we love playing in Arlington. And the last time we played there, we pretty much
scored 39 runs, right?
We crushed them. It was brutal. And golly, it was so funny. Whenever you were there, when Aroldis Chapman came in, everybody, like half the people were booing, but everybody was cheering.
Everybody started cheering.
Yes, we were so excited. And then I saw some Yankees fan on Twitter go, Aroldis Chapman owns the Astros. And I'm like, oh gosh, this is just Trollville, USA. So, again, tip your hat to look. I'll tell you this, that Evan Carter kid impresses the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
if they're, the Mariners have Julio Rodriguez. Evan Carter's 21 years old. He just turned 21.
Oh crap. Are we gonna hear he's
Yeah.
21? He's 21.
I'm just
He's
saying.
21.
I'm just saying. I heard it tonight and I was like, no. So, but I still like the Astros' chances in game 2. I like the Astros' chances even with Framber Valdez on the mound. The bottom line is you've got to counter, and if Eovaldi is on, you've got to jump on mistakes early. If he's going to challenge you with the fastball early, you've got to be swinging early. That's what they did with Verlander. They got the 4 hits, and look, he got bases loaded. That inning, Eric, could have gotten out of control, and it didn't. So the Astros have no one to blame but themselves. They absolutely failed to execute. They absolutely they smoked the ball half the time they hit the ball, but they just didn't get it done. What are you reaching for now?
Oh,
No. Are we gonna talk about Jose Altuve? Did you just why are we gonna Jose Altuve? This guy, look, I love Jose Altuve is my favorite all-time Astros player, and his base running blunder was just brutal. Let's see. Hold on. See Ricardo Gonzalez. I'm about to put him in timeout.
So while you're doing whatever you're doing, I'm going to go and kind of set up the situation. Chapman just came in and gave up after all the fans cheered, and it felt like, oh my gosh, we just had this home run, or it just felt like at least a double or something. And then Evan,
come on, Eric, address it because people listening can't see it. Eric,
can't
shave your
no, I'm actually
shave your whole beard. Come on, shave your beard to change the look, Eric. Where's your devotion?
Well, I'm doing this for a costume for Halloween. I'm trying to be Rip Wheeler. So it's taking a long time to grow this out. And so anyway, if I can actually talk, no, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
But then you had Chapman give up the long fly ball to Bregman. Mm-hmm. Evan Carter made a great catch, and Altuve knew he had to get back to first base. And he said after the game, he said, I knew I had to get back to first base. And so, but what he forgot to do was he forgot to tag second base. And I saw the replay, and they didn't catch it initially. They had to go back. They had to do ump review. And unfortunately, he did miss the bag. And so I know he was asked a zillion questions after the game. You have a few quotes.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually play this, and I got permission to play this, so I'm gonna play this, and I want to hear what you think about the tone the reporter took. I don't necessarily have a problem with the question, but how he asked the question. Y'all listen.
He's coming back. Did you know you didn't?
No, I don't know.
So you assumed you did because you crossed over it?
I don't know anything. You do what you do, and that's it.
So it was a reaction to the fact that the ball was caught and you had to get back.
Yes, that's the only thing you see. I thought the ball was, over his head. Didn't think he was gonna make the play he made. This great play, and then you just trying to come back to first. That's what I did.
And I guess that in a game of this magnitude, that late in the game of a very close game, it's even bigger of a situation in which you guys may have missed an opportunity. So how do you reconcile that with yourself as a mistake?
That's a very long question. I forgot the very beginning. Can you repeat?
Yeah. I sometimes do that.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so look, I'm going to stop it right there. Yeah, Jose Altuve said that was a very long question. What the guy basically said was, and what I think he was getting at was, how do you recover from making a mistake like that? But the way he worded it, it was so condescending. And to me, it was so off-putting. He was like, when you did this, did you even realize that you didn't touch the bag? And when you make a mistake like that, how do you recover? How do you ever basically almost like, how do you live with yourself, Jose Altuve? It was such a terrible mistake. It was, I don't know, I was really, really turned off by this question. I get the reporters have a duty to ask the questions. I don't mind hard questions. I know Chandler Rome gets a lot of crap because he asks tough questions. I love tough questions. I like good reporting. But to me, when you browbeat this thing and when you talk down to the player as if he's stupid or as if he realized,
Not a
like,
future not a future Hall of Famer. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, honestly, if they would have asked this to like a Bryce Harper or Ronald Acuna Jr. or even Evan Carter or some Ranger, like I would have thought the same thing. I just thought it was lame. I have no idea who the guy was or who he even writes for, but it just looked really bad. The bottom line is this team beat themselves, Eric. They made mistakes.
Mhm.
They didn't get hits when they needed it. And you had Michael Brantley on the bench. You
We'll
had
talk about that
Michael
in a second.
Brantley on the freaking bench. What in the heck are we doing in a game where we can't hit? We got the professional hitter. Don't give me the lefty on lefty bull crap. Let me tell you something I'm excited about. FanDuel. That's right. October baseball is back and it is stressful. Why don't you make your postseason debut with FanDuel, America's #1 sports book? Join FanDuel today and you'll get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Just visit fanduel.com/lockedon to create your new account. Then you can get in on the action from the first pitch to the final out. Bet on everything from strikeouts to home runs to who will win the game. How many home runs will Yordan Alvarez hit in game 2? I don't know. Will the Astros score more than 2 runs? We don't know. But if you want to go and predict the win, this is what you got to do. You don't even have to wait until your team gets the win. You can basically predict what happens in the next at bat with quick bets. That's right. So head over to fanduel.com/lockedon right now. Step up to the plate this postseason with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. And make sure that if you're going to go watch the game tomorrow, go check it out at your local Hooters. Katy, Sugarland, Pearland, Pasadena, Galveston, NASA, anywhere in between, anywhere in Houston. They have great specials every single day, Monday through Friday. They got specials. If you tell them Locked On Astros sent you, you'll get a free basket of fried pickles. They've got smoked wings. They've got breaded wings. They've got boneless. They've got bone-in. And they even have desserts. They've got great brews, $3 Blue Moons every day, $9.99 Michelob Ultra pitchers. And on Thursday nights, they have Thursday night football, Thursday night karaoke at Pearland and NASA stores. Wherever you go, no matter what location you go to, Locked On Astros recommends it because that's where we go. When we go to watch the Astros, we get the best wings in town and we go check them out at Hooters. So check them out today.
All right, guys, don't forget, if you can't actually watch the game, go ahead and listen to the game on SiriusXM. All you have to do is just download the app. It's really easy to find. SXM, search Astros. You can hear all the play-by-play action. It starts at 3:37. Yes, it's a weird time, but it is a day game. So go ahead and cut out work early and just go ahead and listen to the game. If you can't be at the game or watch the game. So I'm excited about tomorrow's game. And Brett, I'm partially excited to wonder what was said in the Rangers clubhouse. Did they say something like "attaboy, Altuve," or something like that to kind of that maybe a reporter will leak out and that kind of becomes bulletin board material for the Astros to rally back, because now they have to win 4 out of 6 games. So instead of winning 4 out of 7, they now win out 4 out of 6. So they can only lose 2 more games in the series. But I did like Altuve's response. He basically said,
"No, they would have to lose. They have to lose 3 more games." You said they only have to lose 2 more. They have to lose 3. It's 4.
The Astros.
Yeah, the Astros can lose 3 more games. You have to win. You said 2. So
yeah, I just said win 4 out of 6 games.
I know you said you said they can only lose 2 more.
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay.
The total of 3, yes, but they can only lose 2 more is what I said.
Okay.
So, but Altuve, to his credit, he did say when a reporter questioned him, and when he repeatedly asked the same question, he basically said, "How do how do you carry this on to the next game? He said, we don't. We just forget. We just move on. We play the next game. And that's what the Astros got to do. They can't go ahead and just harp, oh my gosh, we got shut out by the Rangers. The Rangers are the best team in baseball. We might as well just go and give them the pennant right now. But we got to remember, we got Framber Valdez on the mound, and he's actually pretty darn good against the Rangers. He has a career 2.90 ERA with the 7-5 record and 83.2 innings pitched. He has 89 strikeouts. And if you want to know what he's done in the postseason, he is 7-3 with where's the ERA? A 3.82 ERA. Yes, his first start this year was not great. He has a 10.38 ERA, but in 2022 he was 1.44. 2021 7.78. 2020 1.88. So you have to wonder if he has that every other year where he's really good.
So I want to address this. Yeah, no, exactly. You want that guy, that version tomorrow.
Right.
David said, why was Altuve so desperate to score? What do you mean? Like, did you think that Evan Carter was going to catch that ball? Because I didn't. I didn't think Evan Carter was going to catch it. I mean, I honestly thought it was going to go over his head. It wasn't that he was desperate to score, but they're down 2-0. And that ball absolutely looked like it was tailing away from him. And he made a hell of a catch. That was a Chas McCormick type of catch. That's a catch that for us, we may look back and go, had Evan Carter missed that ball or misplayed that ball, because he's a rookie. And that's a type of ball that a rookie misses, right? I mean, even athletic guys, dude, what was like, did you notice how Evan Carter put Kyle Tucker to sleep when he hit that ball into right field? He kind of jogged to first, and then Tucker kind of let up on getting the ball, and then he just took off like a freaking like Energizer bunny. And now, I mean, Tucker almost got him because of his arm is amazing. But I was surprised. I knew he was fast. I didn't know he was that fast. So, yeah, honestly, look, the bottom line is this. Jose Altuve made a base running blunder. I mean, I don't think anybody in that park thought that he was going to catch that ball. I mean, Evan Carter probably thought he was going to catch the ball. But that is something that we'll just have to wonder, like, what if? But you know what? It didn't happen. So you put it behind you. Like Altuve said, they asked him, where do you go from here? He's like, we put it behind us. We move on. We don't, like you said, Eric, we don't, oh my gosh, the Rangers beat us in game 1. We're done. We're going to fold like lawn chairs, and the Rangers are our daddy all of a sudden, and blah, blah, blah. So that's just not going to be the case for this team. If this is the way the games are going to go and they're going to be low scoring, then this really could easily extend into 7 games. Because if they get a split here and the Astros, I mean, just go take 2 out of 3, you bring it back to Houston, I would hope that they don't have a repeat performance from game 1. But you would like their chances, I think, coming back if they gain momentum, kind of like they did in Philadelphia when they went there. So they've been surprised. They've had the brakes beat off of them. I mean, when Philadelphia won that second game, dude, that was a beat down.
Right.
And then they came back the next day and threw the multiple pitcher no-hitter. So, Eric, tip your hat to the Rangers. Congrats to them. They're up 1-0, but nobody's ever won a series with 1 game. And it's not over till it's over. So I still like our Astros chances, but the bats absolutely have to wake up. They can't be silent. And it still baffles me how they do this at home. It absolutely baffles me. And it's not just because Jordan Montgomery was good today or better than the Astros. They've been doing this all season. And I really thought they turned a page and flipped the switch. But I hope we end this home no scoring bullcrap, because it's brutal,
All right. So I need to clarify something because people are still confused about the thing. My comment was the Astros need to win 4 of 6 games. So that means they can, if they want to win, they can only lose 2 games. That's what I was saying. If they lose 3 games, they're done. So if they lose 3 more games from this point. So that's what I was saying. If they lose 2 more games, the rest of the series, they're good. But if they
Oh,
lose,
okay, yeah,
that's what I was trying to say.
because it did sound like they. Anyways, yeah, I was just clarifying for you because I didn't want it to get miscommunicated. You know how people will take our words sometimes and run with them. So, I was just trying to help you out there. But hey, dude, good luck at the game tomorrow. Are you gonna? So I guess you're not shaving.
No, I'm not shaving. I'm not. I don't believe in that superstitious stuff. But
For Halloween, so Halloween's more important than the Astros, Eric. Check it out.
I've
I'm
been
giving you a hard
growing
time.
this out. I've been growing
It's
this
all
out for a
good.
while, and it's actually got some gray growing in, so I look very elegant. Let's just say that. And guys, thank you for being elegant Astros fans and listening to the Locked On Astros podcast, even after a loss. We had 200 people listening live. Go and give us a like. Go and subscribe to us on YouTube and make us your first listen. Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, go and check out the Locked On Astros podcast. My name's Eric Huysman. Very tired. This is Brett Chancey. He's also tired. And we're going to go and go to bed and wake up tomorrow and hope that the Astros turn things around, because you know what? They're still the champions, and hopefully they're going to go back and do it again this year. So we'll see you tomorrow, and go Astros.
Wow, thanks for letting me have a final word there.
You have 2 seconds.
No, I'm good.